Greetings! My name is Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. Welcome back to Pathologic. Last time, what did we do? Alright, we ran around robbing people as per the usual, because apparently that's a core game mechanic, going around robbing places, but we mixed it up a bit by also going over and doing some looting instead in the infected district. Yes, things are going... Well, I'd say things are going very poorly, but I could start every episode of this game with that sentence, so that wouldn't really be saying much. But yeah, whole area is now quarantined because of the sand plague. Which, it's quite a dangerous place to be because there is angry mist. Yes, I am not joking. Angry mist that tries to spread the plague to you. And also random bozos on the street who will apparently try to attack you for your medication. I didn't encounter any of those. But on the plus side, while there's not as much loot in these houses, they are unlocked, which means I don't have to expend lockpicks going through them. So that's nice. Oh yeah, and we also delved into the polyhedron, that weird place that apparently the kids call home. That's, I don't know what the fuck their deal with the polyhedron is, but apparently that guy Peter Stamaton made it, and Eva Yan is in love with it. I don't know what that deal with that is. I mean, it looks neat. Oh yeah, and we discovered that Ruben is, as we suspected earlier, yeah, in hiding, and yeah, and he wants us to go get permission from this guy over here, Alexander Severov, to get to dissect some dead the bodies of people dead from the plague, because apparently there's some like big taboo about dissecting bodies. I mean, he specified dead bodies, but probably just as much taboo when it comes to cutting open people alive. So oh yeah, and also he does in fact still have Simon's body, so it hasn't actually gone missing as we suspected, as people thought it had. Well, it sort of has, because he's keeping it as sort of a secret so that he can examine the body to figure out if his, his weird biology that allowed him to be semi-immortal. Which I'm all for. I'm all for him dissecting him to figure out how he works, because that's exactly, or almost exactly, what I came here for in the first place, so. Yeah. Well, I of course intended more of a vivisection sort of thing on a live body of him, but this works too. In fact, it might work better since he can do far more invasive and destructive tests that you wouldn't really be able to do on a living Simon. Well, actually, considering his weird form of immortality, maybe you could do a lot of destructive stuff on him and he'd still be fine. I don't know. I don't know anything, really. I suspect a lot, but yeah, it's a similar sort of storytelling style as in like stuff like Fallen London and Sunless Sea, where it just it throws a bunch of shit at you and doesn't really explain most of it. It leaves you wondering what the fuck any of it means. It's another game, and I mean, like, of course other games do this too, probably most famously being the Dark Souls and all that. Ah, fuck. Stupid fucking inaccurate maps. At least... Alright, I'll have to cut through the infected district then. Okay. What is your deal? He just was shaking his hands at me for some reason. Or his arms at me, rather. Alright. Are you gonna be fine? I mean, you're like... Your house is like right next to the infected district.
Is there really no way to cure the disease?
No, actually there is a one way. I've been stuck up on Schmouder for that exact purpose. But yeah, Schmouder is not exactly the best of methods. We are doing worse than ever. The infection is spreading. Alright. What makes you say that? Gee, I wonder. Maybe it's the fucking entire section of the town that's been had to be... Whatever. I need to work with dead bodies. I was told that this work demands your sanction. Is that true? I regret to say that no one can help you there. Local superstition prohibits any violation of a body's integrity. Add a cult of the dead on top. If they see you dissecting a corpse, they might tear you to pieces. It has already happened once. God damn it. How was such a bizarre tradition born? I'm not the best expert on the kin. Ask the residents of the Earth District. I am sure they can tell you more. Although they are not particularly talkative. Ask Big Vlad. He has promised to assist you in every way. The cunning hypocrite. Very well. But I don't need dead tissues for my own entertainment. I need them in order to fight the disease. I understand, but there's nothing I can do. Let us pretend this conversation never happened. You might want to turn to your new acquaintances. As far as I can judge, they are ready to do anything you ask. I'll do that. I should hope the infected districts have already reconsidered this reactionary prejudice stance. This difficulty can be resolved by some rather sinister people. I am talking about butchers. Butchers, rather obviously, have no qualms about cutting bodies. Tradition gives them a hereditary right to perform this sacred act. And I've had the pleasure of meeting one of them, and he was a fugitive criminal. Two, actually. Of course. Olgimsky had them locked up after another of their strikes. However, it is said that on the eve of the blockade, a group of butchers did not make it back to the termitary on time. Someone is hiding them. There is a house here in Earth whose dwellers know who it is. Take a chance. Alright. That seems like my best option, then. Aspides Hospice. Oh yeah, Aspide was harboring that one bozo. That young Vlad said that I should kill. Alright. It's not that far out of my way. I was afraid I was gonna have to go, like, all the way over here or something. Okay. It is, at the moment, my only quest. Yeah. I only got one letter. And yes, I'm still upset. Oh wait, he has more to say, never mind. I'm still upset about the fact that letters are such a shit that never actually tell you about.
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking. Who said that?
You did. But if you're wondering where the quote came from, well. That would be Francois de la Rochefoucauld, or however you pronounce his last name. I don't know, it's French, it's not worth considering. Alright. What makes you say that? What a silly question, but it might be lead to some interesting information. I have to ask some weird questions in this game. The disease is spreading quickly. The neighboring district is almost entirely steeped in the infection by now. And even though the powers that be have informed me that help is on the way, I doubt they're aware of the rate of spread. But let's not lose hope. What are you working on now? I intend to start studying the pathological culture now, which is why I'd like to ask for your help. What kind of help can I offer you? I need equipment. I found out by chance that Isidore's laboratory was ransacked during the recent riots. I'd be grateful if you found the perpetrators and confiscated what they had looted. Yes, I've heard of that. I heard that. They're already being investigated. However, I would not call Burrick's dwelling a laboratory. It was more of a workshop. There weren't many valuables there. Still, I will let you know when the stolen items are recovered. Thank you.
I will restore
Why,
the
it's just
order
the
here.
strangest things. Do you think so? And have you met Clara yet, Bachelor? Let's see, I've heard her described as a zealous person with a mesmerizing voice and hands that can heal any affliction. So it's true? Oh, is she the... I remember hearing about someone like that. I don't remember her being named Clara, but maybe. Yes. Clara really does possess unusual abilities. It's true that she can inspire love and trust at first sight. It's also true that her touch is imbued with a remarkable energy, a healing power. However, the nature of that power remains a mystery to me. What's your own opinion of her? I have long been paying special attention to that girl. But I repeat, I still know nothing about her despite having talked to her throughout the last few days. And I cannot explain the facts that I have witnessed. It would be interesting to hear your opinion. It's curious. Somehow I knew you would want me to run into her at some point. I just wanted to find out how well you know her. I've heard some rumors, and I know by now what local gossip is worth. Not to be ignored, but not to be taken literally either if one cares about one's sanity. So then, let's swing over to Aspidy's hospice. Since it seems to be the thing to do. Yeah. We really need some guys in like hazmat suits going in and cleaning that stuff up. It's definitely some kind of biohazard if that weird stuff on the floor. Or I mean, it doesn't. I mean, I've walked on it and it doesn't seem to spread the sand plague, but even if it's just general viscera or what have you, it could still wind up being a hotbed for other diseases, and we do not need more diseases piled onto the sand plague. That's the thing where a lot of people, even in like plague outbreaks and such, they don't actually die of that plague, sort of. Not entirely. A lot of times, what kills them is other diseases that their body isn't capable of fighting off, because their immune system is compromised. It's damaged, and not only is it damaged by having to fight off that being damaged by that other plague, but it's also busy fighting off that plague. So doubly compromised. And the part of the problem is that, you know, it's effectively impossible. It's pretty nearly impossible for the problem is that the immune system, it struggles to discern between, like a lot of the immune responses, they can't really be discerning between healthy cells and infected cells. So it's more like an artillery barrage in the midst of a battle. All they can do is aim it in such a way that it hits more, that it will generally hit infected things, do more damage to the infection than it does to your own body. But it is going to do damage to your own body. Nothing you can really do about that.
Lies always turn out to be true. Don't mess with Earth.
You're just a crazy person, aren't you?
Lies always turn out to be true.
Yes, I heard this
Don't
before!
mess with Earth.
Please touch me. Do I have a fever? They were concealing runaway butchers in this very house, Aspedy. Well, crucify me. What's this about? Running more errands for the old Gimskis? No. This time I've come on my own accord. I need your help. Well, I gotta hear that. Why on earth would the wise serpent seek anyone's help? I need the tissue of a sand plague victim. Wise serpent? What an odd thing to refer to me as. You can only find dead victims in the infected houses. Since you appear to be alive, you have never entered a single one of them. That's what you think. I've entered at least half a dozen of them, and looted them, and dodged the angry mist. Yes, I'm still on about that. What the fuck is that about? It's such a weird way to... Whatever. You will have 5 to 10 minutes if you do. Then the infection strikes, with the expected results. Well, I haven't been in them more than like 5 to 10 minutes each, so... Perhaps you could find a single runaway that would agree to help. What would he want in return? Perhaps I could find a lot of runaways that would agree to help if only I asked them to. And the same me will ask you for a favor then. Will you do me one? Depends on what you're planning to ask. You're influential with Ogimsky. Use that influence. Tell him to stop persecuting the runaways. It's no longer a revenge situation, but he's still all too eager. It takes the guy quite some time to calm down, huh? Anyway, if he swears to leave alone the butchers that are now outside the termitary, I'll talk 3 runaways into risking their lives. It's not like they have anything to lose anyway. That seems a reasonable thing a reasonable thing. In fact, talking him into not persecuting the butchers is probably in my best interest since I'm planning to use the butchers. Alright, I'll try. Alright, well, I'll have to swing my Ogimsky then. Again, not too far out of my way. Just take a few minutes. Alright. Back. They have no great regard for human life, it seems. 3 lives were given in exchange for Ogimsky's promise to cease the persecution of the runaway tradesmen. I mean, I don't know about that. Risking 3 lives in exchange for no longer having to worry about being the rest of them being slaughtered. That's more of a seems almost like a heroic sacrifice. I think everything about them having no regard for human life is a bit excessive. I wonder if I can get in here. It seems like I can hover over them and something appears. I don't know though. This is a strange place. Nice. Nice. Ah, glad I went over here. This is loaded and it's not even really out of my way. Wow, I've got a lot of water. Water bottles are a sort of interesting resource because I don't know, it's strange because I get so much of it, but I never notice getting it. I always get like, it's just like individual, I get like little bits of like a couple of water bottles here and there, and then like a couple hours later I realize, hang on, I've got like 20 of them now. Oh, come on, there's... They claimed that there was a gap in those, but no. A gap in the fence? Yes. I'll only lose a couple of minutes. It'll be fine. It's hard not to worry about time in this game. Especially since it's not even like there's a run. The ability to run. Which is an interesting game design thing, because obviously if there was the ability to run, then it would be balanced. It would still be balanced around it, so I probably wouldn't be really gaining much time unless I min-maxed it heavily, but so it'll probably be about the same. But it would feel like it would feel very differently because I'd be able to, because I feel like I'm, rushing around and everything. Whereas in this case, it feels like I'm just gradually getting to places at a steady pace, and that makes it all the more tense. I don't know, it's interesting. It's a trade-off of it being less frantic and more tense. It's an interesting decision.
Do you know anything about the disease?
I know a little. Would you like to hear me to reveal the secret of a miraculous remedy for the sand plague? It's dangerous, mind you. I'm all ears, Victoria. I'm all ears, certainly. Have you ever seen antique boxes with chalky or bluish powder inside? It is already fossilized in some of them. Have you already heard of the powders, dubbed schmouters sometimes? Yes, actually, I've got like... I don't remember how much I have of them. 5, 6, 7? I don't know. I've got quite a few. Alright, tell me. I am eager to hear the story from someone as honest and reasonable as you appear to be. The powders are secret remedies that some people have been keeping since the first outbreak. Before it all started, one boy, his name was Crowfoot, he died later, inspired the children to play Epidemic. They were making these powders. Saying they used to play Epidemic even before the first outbreak. That's interesting. I guess I know kids like to play doctor, but that's generally just an excuse to touch people's gonads, so... Odd. Why, I'm curious as to why they even know the word epidemic before the first outbreak. Indeed. Well, I never thought about it like that. What a strange coincidence. Indeed. Indeed. Did they know something the adults didn't? Did they know it would happen before it happened? Or perhaps did they cause it? No. I don't know about causing it. That doesn't really make any sense. Then again, but knowing about it beforehand. Unless that wasn't the first outbreak. Unless that wasn't the first. I don't know. Still, that's not important. Yes it is. We won't be able to learn anything from them anyway. Probably true. They're cryptic as hell. The inventors of the game are now in heavens. That is not what I wanted to speak with you about. Oh, right, and also they're dead. Then speak, Victoria, I'm listening. Some children stole various drugs for their games. They chose the prettiest ones, of course. Then they crushed the pills in a mortar, mixed them, and wrapped the mixtures into the fresh leaves of fragrant swevery for safekeeping. Why did they choose this very herb? Beverly does indeed have healing properties, but that is not the point, of course. Beaker's brothers, for example, didn't wrap their powders at all. It was they who introduced the fashion of using antique boxes. The effect of their remedies was the same. Where are these powders now? All over the place. Some are stored in caches in the houses where the children used to play infirmary. The powders were lethally dangerous, you see. If anyone was to take that much drugs, it would damage their health horribly. But the children beg to differ, like they always do. They helped once, so what if they do so again, is the line of reason. I think I can see where they're coming from. I would have done the same. In all honesty, I'm burning with curiosity and greed. Some of them undoubtedly help. They poison the body, true, but they also poison the sand dirt out. I have no idea how it works. Perhaps there are antibiotics in the mixture. Others are indeed lethal, and every single one of them is extremely detrimental to your health. I have no doubts about that. Yeah, I imagine it works in such a way, basically it just... I imagine it works in such a way where it does horrible, horrible things to your body, but it does worse, but because it's killing off so much of your body, it incidentally kills the sand plague as well. There's parallels to be made with cancer treatments, in fact. Where a lot of the difficulty with cancer treatments is, besides just, is in killing the cancer without killing you. But yeah, I have no doubts about that. Thing is, the kids were recently reminded of one of the caches. They've pried it open, and now they cannot wait to test the acquired powders in an infected district. Loafer, Beaker's younger brother, just read, his name is Beaker, like what is he, a Muppet? Have already gone to do the testing. The fool. Oh dear. If it does so much damage to an adult, it could easily kill a child. Where exactly? To the Silent House, I believe. The Silent House. Was that Isidore Burke's house then? That's where the infection began to spread from in the first place. Yeah, probably. And besides, it's connected to this terrible man-eater story. Yeah, must be. Is that what Briggs says? Children are always attracted to horror stories. All in all, I think you can stop them. If you ban the game, they'll listen to you. You are a celebrity doctor, after all. Alright, so they have a whole cache of these powders stocked there, huh? They've probably only taken a few, but they know the places. So they will continue getting more, and getting poisoned again and again. It's a lottery. No one can remember which powder is which, what the recipe was. It's a be cured or die situation. Alright, we'll drag Loafer out of this. Perhaps they'll find a use for the powders, too. Alright. Good to know. So. Take the alright, let's throw some more schmowder. Good. I've got, 5. I've got the resources to buy, like, 4 more, I think. Or at least 3 more. Yeah, I feel like that's it. Alright, now let's talk to the other Olgimski. Oi, you! Shut your mouth and look at my wall.
Fine. Beasts. I shouldn't have indulged their whims.
The Skinners, yes. That was one nasty day, wouldn't you agree? What, the second day? Yes, that was quite nasty. I barely did everything before midnight. That was pretty rough. Alright. Although, yeah, now that I know, that coffee is so ridiculously so ridiculously powerful, I can certainly find more hours in the day. Alright. I'd like to offer you a bargain. It has to do with your fugitives. Let's see. Oh, are you in charge of the hospital now? Yeah. Oh, come now. To my mind, there's nothing to discuss here. However, a good bargain always catches my attention. So? Oh, can you donate your runaways to me? I can guarantee they'll die in the end. Aren't you a humanitarian, my dear doctor? The thing is, I don't need them to die. I need them to return to the bosom of the Bull Project, punished but unscathed. Alright. Alright, perfect. I'll do my best to return them safe then. Like, you must have already noticed that anyone's chance to escape the epidemic unscathed are rather low. I can increase theirs. What's in it for you? Let's see. Should I tell him? I'm honestly curious as to what his reaction will be. I can always load if it goes poorly. Yeah, I need the right that this cast seems to possess. They will dissect bodies for me. I see. Yes, this is a respectable motivation. A single butcher will suffice for this. No, he won't. It's a dangerous and complicated task that will require many hands. Oh, come now. Any cutthroat can help you then. Try to make a deal with Bad Goose Bandits. That's the loss no one is ever going to grieve about. And they're definitely knife happy. The rights of the kin and their own traditions mean nothing for them. Oh. In that case, I think I know of a person of dubious reputation who will help me. I mean the son of Burke, who's managed to clear himself of one charge only to get accused again immediately. Wait a minute. I think we can find a different agreement. I'm listening. Let me see. I know what I'm going to ask, as a payment for my butchers. It's the unique resource you own. One I'll never get my hands on. What is it? Your influence with the Canes. I'll cease to pursue the butchers if Georgi ceases to pursue young Burke. He isn't guilty. He has an airtight alibi against all charges, which I am willing to confirm. Let them leave him alone. Agreed? I don't even know what he's being accused of. Or what he was previously being accused of. Anyways. Why do you care for Isidore's son so much? We have a common goal. Let's see, so you're saying he's completely innocent, right? Indeed. Indeed. I'd rather you convinced Reuben that young Burke has nothing to do with Isidore's tragic death. The thick-headed Reuben is the last one who'll still need convincing anyway. The boy might be labeled a patricide, as if he hasn't had enough. You do see Reuben from time to time, I know that. Ah, so he's being accused of murdering his father, then. Ah, that... Oh, right. I knew that before. Oh, right. Early on, I think someone mentioned it offhandedly. Leaving stick to that. Okay. Alright. Alright, I'll pass your words to Ruben. I haven't finished yet. Apart from that, I wish they stopped torturing me about the termitary. I'm tired of repeating that it's clean. That is why it was closed in the first place. You know what? You've just suggested an excellent idea to me. How about this? You stop the persecution, and I'll kindly spare the Canes my opinion on what's inside the termitary. Also, I already have... I'm convinced them to do that. Anyways, I'm fairly certain. For goodness sake, if you put it like this, yes, certainly, I was going to, as well. It's no matter now. Now that Skinner is infected, just like the crude scroll before it, you have my word as a merchant. The thing is, I know you as a man of honor. Damn it. Do keep in mind that you've given yourself away more than I could have ever expected. Alright. Oginski has become strangely pliable. Apparently he is most troubled by the termitary. It has become a kind of Achilles heel to him. Or is it Achilles heel? I don't know. It is interesting to note that he asked me to solicit for young Burke as he stands accused before the Canes. Could it be that something is wrong here? Let's see.
Who could have thought? So an out...
You're in charge of the hospital now, aren't you? We're already busy starting it. Do you want to know more? Is that the only reason why you came? No. As far as I understand, you're the person who keeps the native population in check. So I need you. Actually, workers from the step, aren't they? Yeah, please tell me what measures you have taken. Do you think we ought to report to you, my dear doctor? Although there's nothing to hide. Our town has no suitable buildings. Someone suggested we found a hospital in an abandoned house, but the conditions... What about the conditions? It turned out to be very tricky to provide the patients with water. You may not have been told about it, but the water supply has been blocked and partially destroyed. Rumor has it that the water intake and even the river are already contaminated. Barrels are the only source of drinking water right now. Where are the patients taken to? To the cemetery, dear doctor. The mortality rate is absolute. You're supposed to know that better than anyone, including me. The dying need only water and morphine. Sometimes vodka, too. They can depart to the better world painlessly then. Alright. Yeah. Be so kind as to do the following. Check every warehouse and every store that may still have medicine left. Confiscate everything you find. I'll check what we have in stock and choose the appropriate remedies. It's not a trivial task, Doctor. If it was easy, I would have done it myself.
Someone...
Need a detailed report on the amount of pharmaceutical drugs we have. I'm happy to relieve your mind, Doctor. We're distributing protective and preventative drugs daily among the townsfolk. Even the antibiotics. We've selected the drug agents for the list you gave us yesterday. Are you satisfied? I gave them a list? Alright. Alright, actually I was planning to be the first to have access to the confiscated drugs. You were not there, and now I'm forced, by your hand if I might add, to report to Governor Savirov. I had no time to hesitate, Bachelor. I'm sorry. The drugs have been confiscated and sealed up. As a result, too. Well, I am glad you've finally given me the credit I deserve. The Canes have also given out everything they had, though they had less than me. And it's easier to give out things when you're poor as a church mouse. What? Alright. It's your duty. More than once I have heard you being called a ruler. The title implies certain obligations. Alright.
This...
Alright. So now... what do I do? Okay, Oginski has agreed to stop the harassment. Alright. I was afraid I was gonna have to do some side quests, like going back to the Canes or something. Right? Just... Alright, we got about 8 more hours in the day. And it seems like we're already finished with one side quest. Fairly certain. And we seem to be nearly on with this one. Alright, we're making good time. If all goes well, should be able to get all this done in just a couple more hours. And then have the rest of the time to go around gathering supplies. Assuming I don't get any more letters. Oh, I got another letter. Epidemic, written on your recommendation, sent for approval. The address to the townspeople. Attention all citizens. Following the outbreak of a lethal disease commonly known as sand plague, sand pest, and sand dirt, the town authorities hereby declare a state of emergency. The disease is extremely contagious. There is still ongoing research as to how the disease is transmitted, but cases of contact and droplet infection have been confirmed. Also, angry mist. There are currently no vaccine solutions in the town, and none are to be expected before the regular train arrives. Please be extra careful. The townspeople are forbidden to leave their homes unless under special instruction. Remember, the possibility of infection is much lower for those who stay indoors. The citizens are advised to sterilize their household wares, boil their clothing, and exterminate as many vermin as possible. Do not panic. Medics, couriers, and executors, I don't know, will take care of mail delivery, as well as the distribution of drinking water, provisions, and medicine. Requests should be written down and slid under the door for couriers to collect. This address was composed on the instructions of Bachelor Dankovsky and ratified by the State of Emergency Town Governor Alexander Sabirov. It is compulsory to follow every advice herein. What just happened? Nothing change? Did I get another letter? Oh, confidential notation. Written on your recommendation. Sent for approval. The annotation for patrolmen, couriers, executors, and sanitary personnel. Probably executors. In order to prevent panic, this annotation is classified and its contents should be under no circumstance disclosed to the civilian population. The disease is incurable. There is no vaccine, neither here nor in the capital. However, there are a few positive facts. The probability of contracting the disease is significantly lower for someone who has taken immune system stimulants. As of now, we believe that A pills and B pills, yellow-colored and blue-colored pills respectively, provide the best protective effect. Excessive doses of these medicaments may be detrimental to one's health. Additional protection is afforded by synthetic clothing. Woolen garments are strictly off limits. Parasites. The clothing should be changed as often as possible. Important. The disease develops sporadically. At its initial stage, it does not progress in any significant way, especially if antibiotics are taken. However, if contact with the infection reoccurs, the development of the disease becomes extremely rapid. 4. The disease is not transmitted by means of droplet infection. Oh. As of now, we've yet to find out how it is contracted. Preliminary tests suggest the disease is not contagious at early stages, therefore there is no need to isolate the sick person immediately after the appearance of the symptoms. App the executors. In consideration of your particular line of work, we believe that you will not be able to avoid infection. If you have contracted the disease, do not give in to despair. It would have happened sooner or later anyway. Try your best to conserve the infection at its initial stage. Take antibiotic medicine. Consider using the schmouters. They are extremely dangerous, but they help curb the infection. Alright, so they know about the schmouters then. They didn't mention it in the public address, but that's probably a good thing. Schmouters are limited. We need to conserve them to where they'll be most valuable. Obviously, curing one random townsperson of the disease is not very useful, especially when they're probably just going to get reinfected. Alright.
Pins are sticking out of the pores of my skin.
Neat. Alright. Big Vlad agrees. He swore that from this point on, not a single runaway in the town would be killed on his orders. Proof? It's already done. The orders have been issued for several patrolmen and the Oginski's men. Sealed and delivered. Fine then. I'll send 3 butchers to the infected Skinners. They'll be waiting for you there. If they manage to find a dead body, cut it, and survive to see you, that is. Follow them in an hour. They may die before you reach them, so waste no time. Alright. Alright. It would make sense for me to go with them straight away then, wouldn't it? Only the Shabnak cut the dead open. It doesn't even matter whose hand holds the knife. What matters is who's given out the order. Or do you think people won't realize who's violating the dead if you simply keep quiet and stand to the side? Alright. Sounds convincing. I strongly advise you to conduct reconnaissance before you go to the infected district. Prepare for the field trip well. Rumor has it, the place leaves you less chances than a mincing machine would. The patrolmen guarding the infected houses have already consumed half the confiscated drugs. Alright, thank you, Espity. I guess. Oh, yeah.
It's better.
Do you know anything about how the disease is transmitted? I know everything. Everything in the world? The infection goes straight to the head. It talks to you a bit with its little inner voice, and then it moves in completely. For a while. The tenant is rather troublesome, and the body makes for a lousy lodging. It breaks apart all too easily, and so the disease leaves it and moves along to find someone else. Moves in? What do you mean? It listens to your thoughts, peeks inside you, takes a nice look, and moves in. But the check-in only happens after a very short and crucial interview. It'll only move in if it fancies you. Otherwise, you may keep on with your plain, boring life. Making it fancy you is easy. It doesn't really discriminate, as you can see. Did it speak to you too? I think it did. It's just that I was unlucky. My condolences. What?
Is the disease...
I say you were unlucky because you didn't contract the disease. You're a strange person. Alright. So. I need to swing by the district. What the heck is happening over there? What? Oops. Dude, that sounds fast. Let's see. What the heck is happening over there? Jesus, that was a fast fucking cloud. Why do these patrolmen not have weapons? They're literally just using their fists. Okay. Not entirely certain where these... Okay. They did mention something about following them after... Following the butchers after an hour? Something? Yeah. I want to swing by Isidore's house so I can, you know, check out that stuff. Not really certain why they killed that guy, but alright. Uh-oh. Alright, if I recall, this should be what they were referring to with the silent house. Or maybe not. Damn it. Was it then? Nah. Alright, I'm entirely certain where to go. Oh. Ah, I can see the clouds when they're still invisible, I guess. But not from a very long range, evidently. Oh, where am I going? I have no idea. There's a place called the Silent House somewhere around here. I have no idea where it is. Oops, shit. Why did I do that? I can always swing by the tailors. See if you have any good protective equipment. Nah, just more drapery. Already got drapery. Where do I go? To my Sticky's house. See if Sticky's alright. Yeah, or maybe not. Ah, here we go. You doing alright, Sticky?
Well knows the kid.
Apparently. Maybe I'll keep going in here and see which ones don't have music playing blaring when I go into them. After all, it is called the Silent House. Surely it'll be silent. Oh, hey. Look at you. Ouch. Loafer? Uh-huh. That's me. How do you know me? Victoria told me. Hella knows I'm here. Gah! Could you tell her I didn't go anywhere and you just randomly bumped into me here? Eh? Or better still, not here, but over there, by the river. Well, if you leave at once, and give me the schmouder. I've been told that this place... this is the place where this, sort of tongue comes out of the ground. The tongue made of dirty lumps, like made of thick air. You're standing at that exact spot, sir. You nitwit. Bear the rod and spoil the child. Give me the box, I'll test it myself. Oh, actually, you seem to be right. I do have a fever. Let me take the shrouder, will you? Cut it. Good kinds do not tell lies. Give me the thing and get out of here. Alright, I suppose I'm in no position to argue. But you will confirm what really happened here, right? If anyone asks? Give me the box already, will you? I don't like the prospect of you poisoning yourself. Ah! The heck just happened? Ah, crap. Apparently I have no choice but to test the schmouder myself. Crap. Alrighty then. I guess it was too much to hope that I could get more, another thing of schmouder so easily. Oh, shit. Fucking sliver of health. Jesus Christ. That's not good. What is that? 5%? 3? Hard to say. basically no health. That's a problem. I have anything that can restore health out in the field? Do the well, bandages often restore health in games. Does that work that way? I haven't found a use for them. Let's see. Yes. Okay. A lot of health too. Wow. Nice. All right, that should keep me going. Aha! Oh. Well, one of the butchers is dead. That's unfortunate. Don't worry, sir. The evildoers are dead. Upon Gimski's orders. Armed resistance. They must have thought Fat Vlad had sent us. But there's something fishy about this here business. Why? It gets worse. The beast carved him up and wrapped him up. Prepared him for something. Been waiting for the Ripper. He's still at large, so it's him that killed old Burke. Ain't gone nowhere, ain't fooling anyone. It was for him the butcher did it, no question about it. What in the world makes you think so? It was waiting for him, so he was. Anyway, it's all pointing towards it. Good thing we were there to dissuade him. But in a different neighborhood, another butcher like that slipped away. I just got the report. How I'd love to give the beast a good thrashing. Him and whoever's paying him. Shame I can't leave my post. What happened to the body? Body was given to the family. They'll bury it. Alright? Another neighborhood, you say? That's distressing. Damnation. Okay. Where are the other two then? Ah, is this another one? Yes. Ah. Who were they? Butchers. Why did you kill them? For abominable sacrilege. Aren't butchers allowed to dissect bodies? Oh, carcasses, yes. That's kind of self-explanatory, no, good sir? Since when are they allowed to cut people's bodies for entertainment, though? Or do they know the lines? Whose entertainment? Their own? Gets worse. Blah, blah, blah. I'd rather you not go to extremes like that next time. Okay. So where's the third, then? Can I cut through this building to get past that fence? I hope I can. What do I do? Yoink. Alright. That's some good loot. Ah, there we go. How exactly does this playfinder work anyways? And why did the Bachelor just have it for as soon as he came here? That's very strange. Damn it. I'm trying to get there, but the only way is to cut past that place with the angry mist. Or is it? Maybe I can cut through the building instead. Grab some loot while we're here. Alright, let's go. Aha! Eat that, angry mist. Speaking of which, you got anything to barter with? Yeah. No. Yeah. Ah, this is the place where the lynch mob was burning people. What is this? Are these tree limbs? That's 3. Damn it. That villain to chop up a lad like that? He must know his trade well, eh? Dressing carcasses and the likes. Look, over there, they're carrying the body with all the cuttings. Where to? The cemetery, where else? To prepare for burial. Why do you ask, sir? Why wasn't the body returned to the family? Ain't got no family. There's only Grace to give him solace now. There's only solace to give him Grace as well. Alright. Damnation. Okay. I'll have to swing by the cemetery then, I suppose. Shit. Well, this whole plan would hits up very quickly, as per usual with stuff in this game. Can I get through here? Doesn't look like I can, but I might be able to. No, unless I pick the lock of one of the doors, which I have a lockpick. Might be worth it. Yeah. All right, I'll cut through the buildings then. Not that one. That would. Well, actually, it would work, but. Oh. All right. There's a gap right here, of course. What was I thinking? Oh, yoink. These stupid fucking traditions and crap get in the way of solving this damn plague. Is the sanctity of the body of the dead so much more valuable than the lives of the living? Utter barbarism. And to think some people think that respecting the dead is what makes us civilized. What a joke. Hi. Oh. Okay. Oh. Oh, they're burning it. What a waste. Hi. Anything I can help you with, good sir? Fine, I'm just picking the perfect spot for my grave. Was this body brought from an infected district? Yes, we're preparing it for the burial. What's in it for you? No questions. Does Governor Severov forget to inform you of my mandate? Governor Severov? Governor Severov is not my commanding officer. I'm a volunteer. Do you get that, Doctor? Or do I need to spell it out for you? Silence. Know your place. Ow. What? What? Huh? What? Just happened? Hang on. What? That didn't quite make sense. I mean, them attacking me sort of made sense. Why was I suddenly... I need it for my work. Ain't that right? Well, doctor's work is vital work, alright. It's not like you're body snatching for fun, right? You're working in the interests of the public. Spot on. 10,000 lives, and it's yours. 10,000? You out of your mind? Not gonna offer twice. You will give it to me since that is my order, by the name of Governor Severov. Right, so a second bargain? Ow. Yeah, that's bizarre. What just happened?
Neither the sun nor death can be looked at without winking. Who said that?
What? Hang on. Oh. I think it must have been like a scripted getting knocked out and taken away thing. I don't know. Very peculiar. Even though I could have totally taken on 3 guys. I've got a gun, you know. Nah. 10,000 for the body then. Is that worth it? Alright, you know what? Fuck it. Wait. Okay, lost a bit of health and reputation. Yeah, whatever.
The rabble is completely out of control. They must have been bottling up their lowly instincts for quite some time.
Keep your voice down. And listen carefully. I've told these people you're not the person who ordered the butchers to cut corpses. Thank you, I appreciate that. I had to concede that there's an unknown Ripper on the loose. Twice a criminal. For daring to raise his knife against the inviolability of a body, and for defiling the sacred peace of the dead. I told them you weren't the real Ripper, and we've started a manhunt for the real one. Wait. Okay then. How do we do this? Okay, good move. We'll put them on a false trail. These patrolmen were keeping watch at the cemetery. Right now, there is no one there. I will task them with blockading an infected district, and I will dispatch the next shift of guards to the cemetery in 10 minutes. Do you hear? 10 minutes after you leave. You have a 10-minute head start to do what you need to do. Thank you, Governor. I understand and appreciate what this act cost you. Alright. And you get to it in just like... just 10 minutes. Okay, let's go. Jesus Christ, 10 minutes to go all the way there? That's a problem. Okay, what time is it? 8:56. 18:56, rather. So, 6:56. Let's go. 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 Or maybe it's not actually a real timer. I don't know. Yeah, there's no fucking way I can make it there in 10 minutes. Jesus Christ. Well, okay. To be fair... Oh, wait, he did say... he dispatched the guards there in 10 minutes, which means they'll have to take this journey as well. So as long as I can make good time there, I should be fine. Since, yeah, they'll... So they should be leaving now, or at least should be being given their orders now, which means that they're probably all the way over there, and I'm here, which means as long as I make good time there, I should easily outpace them. I sure hope there actually is a gap there. Sometimes it claims there's a gap when there isn't. Yeah, looks like it. Alright, let's go. So, yeah, I guess I got arrested, and now, yeah, the people, the manhunt for a Ripper, because apparently dissecting dead bodies for the purpose of fucking saving this damn town is a crime now. Fucking barbarians. I swear, if I didn't have to deal with their nonsense traditions, it wouldn't be in 10 days that this all ends. It would be in like 2. So let's hope the body hasn't been destroyed too much by the fire. And that was in... Alright, corpse blood. The blood must be analyzed, although the current conditions make any thorough analysis impossible. The high chance that it contains a sample of the harmful microorganism. Alright, let's go. I should eat something. By something I mean bread. As usual. Man, I'm glad I realized that bandages can heal you in this game. Otherwise, I'd probably have died from that single punch that was pretty much unavoidable. Outside of paying 10,000, of course, but... A bit of time, and a bit of damage, and a bit of loss of reputation. More than worth it to save 10,000 bucks. And that's assuming they wouldn't have just attacked me anyways after I paid them. It seems like the sort of people to do that. Alright. Took me quite a while, but Jesus. Fucking 8 o'clock, but yeah, it took me quite a while, but I got your damn blood.
The blessed fool is making the rounds of the local rabble.
Finally, the operation's been a success, I hope. It was, if such a dubious endeavor can be called an operation at all. The microscope is at your service, colleague. May you be the first to make the discovery. Much obliged. Alright. I have no idea what I'm looking at. I assume this means something.
Time is of the essence.
So, what do you see there? Everything's dead. The dead tissue would not allow the microbial culture to survive. We might have tried to force bacteria to reproduce. Problem is, there are no bacteria left. The culture has perished. Damn it. This is bad. Quite the opposite, colleague. This is outstanding. What we've just discovered allows us to suggest that the sand pest does not linger in dead bodies. As soon as it kills an infected person, it leaves. It needs warm blood, rich in oxygen to survive. How do you think the bacterium kills, Bachelor? Because of the massive contamination of the blood. In so doing, it overloads the cardiac muscle. In all likelihood, the infected suffer a stroke. That is something we didn't know before. That's interesting. That's very interesting. A stroke. Because, of course, strokes are caused by blocked blood flow to the brain, or sudden bleeding in the brain, generally. Those are called ischemic strokes, or hemorrhagic strokes. Very interesting. Alright then. This is something we didn't know before. So, in order to acquire the potent living microbial culture, we'll have to get our hands on a still beating heart? This is borderline absurd. We can start to research a vaccine though. Don't you have that unique source of yours? I do. In any case, our work must no longer be delayed. Not after the new hope today is brought. What does this mean? Firstly, it suggests that something as simple as house walls might provide a certain level of protection. Secondly, that the music is getting really loud. That the killer's life cycle is very short. Therefore, there is a natural restriction on how fast the disease can spread. As soon as the infection kills whoever carries it, it dies. Or at least very quickly after that. This means the disease can be fought? Yes, there is hope. Although the enemy is invisible and ubiquitous, it is far from invulnerable. We have found at least one weakness. Alright. The excited when the corpse did not contain the microbe. It perished together with the host. I've come to the conclusion that it may be possible to curb any spreading of the disease. Full isolation will be essential. Near walls, perhaps, may offer some kind of protection. Glass walls in particular. Glass walls? That's interesting. Oh, another lens. For the, I don't know what that's for. Alright. Now. Okay. So. Alright, let's go swing by Capella and finish that quest line. And then it would seem as though we've done everything today. With about 4 hours to spare. Oh, 3 and a bit. And since I'm only like less than halfway exhausted, I can actually get some stuff done in that remaining time. And hopefully that pub will have more coffee next time. Oh, wait, you.
Guests are always welcome here.
I found the boy. Is everything alright with him? He's not sick, is he? He's not. He was lucky. I'll find the cache as soon as possible and retrieve the poison. Thank you. You seem to be planning to test him out yourself. Or am I mistaken? I already have. Apparently the one I got was efficient. Next time you will not be so lucky. We'll see.
Is it really lethal?
Hang on.
Father,
Do you know of any other places? The only thing I know is that the caches were mostly hidden in suburban houses. But these houses could have long been inhabited by the people coming from the termitary. I also know that 2 caches were called the Mild Dew and Dovecot, but I do not know their locations. Wait, are you going to test them on your own? Beautiful. Alright. These surroundings are extremely detrimental to one's health, but they do eradicate the infection. Is this a mere coincidence, or did the children compound a cure? We'll never find out. Alrighty then. What has your father been up to lately? Executing the orders of our new governor. What a disgrace. Using your name as an excuse. Savarov has ordered my father to organize an isolation ward, a hospital, and something else at his own expenses. I hope my father treats you well. Is that a joke? If anything goes wrong, do tell me. My father is a truly miserable man. Can you imagine how heavy the burden of his responsibility is? He is in charge of the lives of several thousands of people. I'm also responsible for the lives of several thousands of people now. Let's hope your father will support me out of mutual respect, if nothing else. Of course he will. You must know already that our family used to be very rich. I happened to find out that almost all our resources went to the capital, to bribe the officials and obtain drugs. Do not be harsh on him. And how in the world did he manage to transfer the money to the capital? I cannot possibly guess. Yes. But I can. He did it beforehand. That's an interesting idea.
there's a peculiar smell.
Tell me, when did your father plan to unlock the termitary? Not until the specialized medicine arrives. Several thousands of people live there. They cannot be allowed to get infected. Is it known for a fact that there are no sick people inside? It is known for a fact that no one gets sick in the polyhedron. Not a single person has left it since the very beginning of the epidemic, and now the children are notifying their parents that they are all in good health. The parents themselves are begging the children to stay inside. Can you honestly swear to me that it's the same with the termitary? I really hope so. Father knows what he's doing. Alright. Alright. Another productive day, and this time I wasn't scrambling to get everything done mere minutes before the end of the day. Means I have some spare time. And a lockpick. Alright. I'm sure I can find something to do with that time then. But until then, I have been Joe Bob, and I'm very peeved. So long. And remember, dislike the video, unsubscribe if you're for some reason subscribed, and leave a nasty comment in the comment section down below. So long, suckers.